Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Customs for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for the amazing support on the very first episode. We didn't just hit 2,000 likes, we had over 2,500 likes in less than 2 days. That is amazing. Let's keep it up, guys. If we can get to 2,000 likes on today's episode, that would be spectacular. Don't forget to stick around till the very end of the episode to let me know which custom you like the best out of the two that we will be building today. And on top of that, of course, you can always use the comment section down below for what other characters you would like to see. Because, for example, the way I chose the characters for today's episode was by looking at the comments on the first episode. And I have to say, there were a lot of different characters that a lot of you guys wanted to see, but a few that really stood out, and one in particular I wanted to just try out was to try to build a custom droid character. You guys wanted to see a custom Pikachu droid and build old Luke Skywalker since he's not in the game. Plus, the other few that I did notice, don't worry, were like Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls. I noticed Doctor Who, so on and so forth. So don't worry, I'm paying attention to the comments. Keep dropping them. Let me know what other characters you want to see, which characters you would like to see appear as customs on future episodes. So with all of that in mind, let's get rocking and rolling with today's two customs. We will be building, as I mentioned before, old Luke Skywalker and a custom Pikachu droid. So that should be pretty fun. Hopefully we will do very, very well with both of the customs. You guys will let me know which one you like best. So the custom droids, it seems like we only have, I think, either 4 droids or so to make, and they are right down here, you'll notice. So let's get to work, shall we? Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so when we work on these designs, we only get to change colors. Okay, that's interesting. Let me back out for a moment. I want to see this design, because I almost feel like it would be wow, that's basically Pikachu. I think it would be better for us to design the BB-8 droid body into Pikachu, and then maybe if we do a Raichu, we could use the larger body for that, because it would be cool, like as if it evolved and it became bigger, right? So I think that works. Alright, so let's see what we have to work with here. We have primary colors. Wow, that is gold, and that is beautifully, beautifully awesome. What about this right here? Orange. I kind of really like that. Like, I have to say, I really like the orange. Let's see, what about just plain yellow? Flame yellow orange. Whoa, that is very yellow and very orange. What about this right here? Bright yellow. I mean, Pikachu technically I really think is this color probably, like the bright yellow, or maybe even this one, but I kind of really like this color because it's so like chromy and stuff. It looks really nifty. Let's see, what does the secondary color change? So we need like, there we go, perfect. So those are going to be kind of like his red cheeks, so that's why that has got to be red. And then the tertiary color, what does this exactly change? What did that change? Is that like his eye? Oh, okay, so it's the inside of the circle and the little lines on top of the head. Okay, let's see. I think that the black works well. The main reason for why I'm saying that is because I just think that we need a little bit of kind of a black outline on the character, because I think that really would help bring out the other details together. So now the only other thing we need to try out is to change this to yellow and see how that looks. I mean, again, like, I feel like this is more accurate, but we gotta go with that gold, because it's just too cool. Either the gold or at least the flame yellow. Let's go with the flame yellow, so it's kind of a bit of a best of both worlds. It's not just, like, plain yellow, but it's also not just a completely off gold color, so it's kind of a mix of the two. All right, so that will be our absolutely awesome design there. Let's see, what do we get to work on next? What does this give us to do? Code, finalize, and name. Okay, well, obviously we're going to have to change the name to Pikachu. Well, just Pikachu. This has got to be lowercase, by the way. Whoops. Pikachu. It's CHU, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, man, I hope I'm not misspelling Pikachu, because that would be very, very, very bad. That would take away all my Pokemon cred, There we go. I think that's how you spell Pikachu. All right, so we have our Pikachu design all built out. There's the code, by the way, if you would like to build it yourself. We're going to go ahead and finalize that. And now we get to work on the more complex of the two builds, and that is, of course, the Luke Skywalker design. More specifically, the old Luke Skywalker. So this is going to be tricky. I'm well aware of that. I knew that this is probably going to be the toughest one to build. So the tricky part here really comes from a couple of factors. One of which is, do we do a hooded look or an unhooded look? So for example, if we do the hooded look, we could use this, for example, and that could potentially work for a hooded look. Now, anything else here I don't think really fits, because he did wear kind of this beige colored garb. It was kind of this color, but unfortunately we don't really have anything in that color as far as a hood goes, so this would be the closest we have, is this gray color. So I think what we'll do is maybe we'll try out both and just see kind of how it looks, and then we'll figure it out as we go along. All right, so let's start with the face. We need a beard, and this is actually a perfect design right there for Mr. Luke Skywalker. Now, we're going to change the head color to the light nougat color, so that's not bad. Then we'll go to the hair, and let's see if there is light gray hair. They don't really have, like, a perfect hairpiece. I mean, like, this is pretty good, I guess. I mean, it's not terrible, I would say. No, that's a little bit off. That's not really the design we're going for. Man, they don't really have... Like, I wish it was kind of like this design, but in gray. That would look really, really good. That just does not work, because we're essentially building Obi-Wan at that point. I think this is probably the closest we have to Luke hair, so we'll try with that, but we'll see. Again, the other option is, of course, to go on ahead and just use a hood, and let's see how that looks. I mean, that's pretty good. I actually really like the hooded look. Wow. Okay, we're sticking with the hooded look. I actually really am surprised by how cool that looks. Now we get to the attire. Now, again, as I mentioned, from what I remember in the film, he wore something very similar to what Rey wears, where it's kind of like this, sort of, you know, to a certain extent, but a little bit more like layered and just a tiny little bit of a darker color. It's kind of like this, I guess, right? I mean, but that's like just that doesn't really work, because the problem with that is that that's just kind of like Jedi typical robe. So I don't really want to go with that, because that would be just the obvious choice, right? Does that work? Not. It's not bad, I have to say. I actually kind of like that one better. No, that doesn't work. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're starting to get into our first, a little bit of a stumbling block kind of situation, because it's a bit more difficult now to pick and choose what fits and what does not. What about this right down here, actually? I wonder. Yeah, I mean, that's cool, but again, it just does not work with what we're going for. What about this one right here? Oddly enough, that doesn't look bad. Like, it's not great, but I think, let's see, if we adjust the color of the arms, and we need it to be something along these lines, right? Maybe with a little bit of wraps around the arms. Now, I wish we could change the hands to be two different colors, because we want his right arm to be a robotic arm. So this is where it becomes tricky, you see, because like on one hand, I'd probably make it this, but we can't adjust the colors individually. That's something, again, hopefully in the future, as the games evolve and they get more and more complex as far as the customization goes, we'll be able to do that kind of thing. Let me try this, actually. I'm wondering, does that look good? Maybe even that? No, that's a little off. That does not look very good. That's just a tiny little bit off. I feel like this is kind of the right shade of color. But I also really, really like these arms. I mean, like, they're not as accurate, obviously, but I like them because it kind of gives it that extra little bit of gray depth, which looks great. And my other hope, and hopefully we'll be able to do that, is to somehow make a cape appear on him. If we can do that, that would be amazing. That would be really, really, really cool. Could we do something like this? You see, he doesn't get that, like, extra bit. That's what I'm wondering, like, because it would be really nice for him to have that little bit of extra garb, because when we see him in the film, he does have, like, a longer robe type thing that he's wearing. So I'd love for this like little skirt piece, I guess, I don't even know what you'd call that, to appear on the character, because that would be awesome. Same as like on these characters, you would hope that the actual items appear, but they do not, which is a little bit unfortunate. Maybe we could use that and then emulate the idea of him having like a longer attire. I mean, that looks good, but now I don't really like the torso. It just looks a little bit too messy. Let's try this. I mean, this is pretty good. I just wish, again, that the hood would be a better color to match, because if the hood could be a better color, that would be perfect. That would be really, 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 really nice. Man, oh man. Now I'm trying to think, like, maybe we should remove the hood and just try to see what the hair looks like. I mean, we have nothing to lose, so let's just give it a go and see what it looks like. I mean, it's not... I don't know. I feel like this torso doesn't really work either. I feel like it just, like, it doesn't fit. I mean, obviously, it's made for Rey, so it shouldn't fit, but sometimes you hope, you know, you're trying to mix and match these parts. I don't know. That feels like just like a lame... Ooh, wait. How about this one right here? I mean, again, this one is cool, but it just does not, like, work for this particular design. Maybe this again? No. Oh my goodness, this is so difficult. This is truly very, very difficult. We could go with something like this, but that, again, that's way off, and we're basically just copying an Obi-Wan design. I'm trying to think, maybe if we went with Qui-Gon, but then, like, adjusted it a little bit, we could possibly make that work. Like, if we adjusted the color of the arms to be a little bit of a lighter brown, so like that. Is that the same color? I can't tell. Like, the water that they have the character floating in is kind of making it more difficult for me to understand. Those colors don't match, right? Okay, let's see. We need something that matches in color, or at least is a little bit closer. Oh man, this is so tricky. I'm really, really trying to figure out what is the right way of doing this, and nothing is like really springing to mind. Okay, let me try the hood again, because I think that the hood really did make things a bit better. So we'll go with the hood. There. Now, once again, for the torso, maybe I need to change the color of the legs too. I don't know. Now I'm looking at them like I don't really like those either. This is so tricky because, like, everything changes. You're building this, and then slowly but surely it just changes because you're just like, oh, wait, what about this? What about that? That's a little bit too, like, rugged and, like, broken apart, so that does not really work either. I don't know. This could be really cool. Like, that could work very, very well. But again, it's just a little bit too bright, I feel. And again, I feel bad about just, like, basically using mostly Obi-Wan parts. It just does not really work. So because of that, I'm trying to be a little bit more, like, creative about our choices to make sure we're not just, like, copying the most obvious choice and the most obvious option. So let's just take a look around here. Constable Zuvio's all right. Let me just scroll through them like this. Maybe we'll stumble across something that just, like, I don't see right away by, like, surveying the environment, but then when we scroll through stuff, we'll be able to just, like, spot it and see, like, oh, okay, perfect, that works, or this works, you know? That certainly might happen, so let's take a look, shall we? All right. Ooh, I really like that, actually. What is that? That looks pretty nice. What is that? The Tusken Raider. Okay, interesting. We might use that. That looks really nice. If we go with the lighter colored outfit, of course. So it really all still kind of depends as to what we will utilize and in what capacity. Again, I really do like that. I think that looks cool too. That's not bad either, I have to say. That's not a bad design either. That looks pretty cool. Again, but that's the Rey one that we already had, right? I'm pretty sure. So I think that that's exactly the same look that we had before. Then we have this. This is kind of interesting. I wish that the color was a little bit different on that. Just a tiny little bit. Like, if the part Oh, you know, on this one, I wish that the parts on the legs were a bit brighter. If they were, we would totally go with this. Without a shadow of a doubt, this would be the one that we would pick. Oh, man. That one was really, really great, though. I kind of am thinking we might actually use that one. That was for a Qui-Gon, right? We'll see. Ooh, I like that, too. What is that? It's the Otagan Acolyte. Huh, interesting. That could be something that we might go with, right? I mean, that's a possibility. It's not a bad idea right there, so that might be actually the one that we go with. That's not too shabby either. I kind of like that one quite a bit, too, so we might make that one happen, or make that one work, I should say. Let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, what is that? How did I miss that one? Obi-Wan Kenobi, great. It's all Obi-Wan's parts, basically. It's like, hey, let's just pick everything that matches Obi-Wan and just use that, right? Makes me feel bad about that. Can't use that. I wish we could, like, make that work. That would be so good. If this, like, with a little skirt piece appeared, it would look so awesome. Tusken Raider, maybe? No, it kind of breaks everything up a little bit too much. I mean, I do want kind of a belt piece, because I think that does look really, really nice. So it would be kind of cool to be able to have, like, a little bit of a belt piece throughout. Let me just take a look quickly again. Technically, the belt is, I guess, above the waist there, so we don't necessarily need that. I guess maybe we could just go with something that matches in color, like that, so it kind of, like, scrolls into that piece, right? And then for the arms, let's adjust the color on the arms again. And we'll make them, again, ideally, I mean, I don't know, that doesn't look bad either. How about, you know what, how about this? I like those arms. I think those look awesome. So we're obviously, this is a little bit off in terms of it's not as accurate, but you know what? Just to be more accurate, let's just go with a color that matches, because I know people are going to say, well, it's not accurate, so it's not good. But maybe in the future we'll do another rendition of our own. All right, now it's lightsaber time, and more importantly than even the lightsaber, I'm hoping that there is a way to add a cape onto this character. So, because we need a cape. And my hope is that there is a way to add a cape to this character. No capes are appearing. Oh, okay. Still no capes. Oh, man. I'm so hopeful that there's a way to make a cape appear, but nothing is popping up. None of the lightsabers had a cape feature, did they? Oh, man. I was so hopeful. I was so very, 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 very hopeful that there was a way to have a cape appear. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know. Finalize code. Maybe that's like in the code or something. I'm not even sure. Like, typically he should have a green lightsaber, right? Or maybe the blue one, since that was the one that Rey used. But it would be that blue, right? This one right here, probably. No cape, though. Oh, man. I was so hopeful that there was a way to make a cape appear. Maybe there is. Like, I don't know. Maybe if we, like, change these codes, will that... Oh, no. No! Take away that code! That messed up my entire character! Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. How do we make this disappear? We don't need this. Remove this letter. Immediately! Is there a way to make a cape appear? No, I don't think there is. I mean, that's... Yeah. I like hoping maybe if I change stuff... Ooh. Wait. What hairpiece did we just have? That was interesting. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to make a cape appear. Man! Okay, that stinks, because now I actually have to go back and redesign everything real quick. So we'll go with Obi-Wan. We'll go with the... Oh, maybe there's a cape somewhere in here, actually? I don't know. There can't be, right? Ankar. I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm wondering. Maybe there's, like, some way of making a cape appear on your character. Doesn't look like it. Oh, man! I was so hopeful that there would be a way to make a cape appear, because without the cape, that's the problem. The hooded look just looks strange and doesn't really fit. And that's really, really, really frustrating, because I was very, very much hoping that we would be able to make a cape appear, but it does not seem to be the case, which is very, very, very disappointing. Let's see. What did we use? I forget. Was it Obi-Wan? Or was it something else? This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi design? I think it was, right? Then we have the right legs. We need to change the arms to this, right? Because we said that that's the most accurate. Change the hands to the light nugget color. Change the legs to Obi-Wan as well, right? I'm pretty sure that was Obi-Wan. Didn't we use Obi-Wan? I'm pretty sure that it was Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then we skip to the next area. We give him his correct weapon of choice. Oh, man. That really is disappointing. I'm quite disappointed, honestly. All right, let's give him a green lightsaber. Keeping it old school. Let's go. All right, and then that's the code. Rename him, obviously, to Luke Skywalker. Let's see, Luke. Lowercase. Actually, I don't know if we'll have enough room for Skywalker. Right? Let's see. So it's S-K-Y-W-A-L-K. Nope. All right. So I guess what we could do actually is this. We could go Luke. Clear. Change case. And then make this old Luke. Right? I guess I should have spelled it the other way around. It should be Luke old. Not Luke old. It should be old Luke. But we're keeping it a little bit different. There we go. All right, so we have the name figured out. We have that figured out. We finalize it all. Can use agility objects. Can use the Force. And can climb Lego walls. Oh, how much I wish we could have a cape appear. That would be so terrific. All right. Well, nonetheless, though, it's time to take a look at the two characters that we've designed. It took us a while. I do apologize that the Luke Skywalker design took way longer than I had anticipated. I was just constantly trying to be like, oh, maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way. Because I don't know why. I thought that on one of the customs, we had a cape appear, so I don't know why I had believed that there was a way to design that. All right, here we go. Here is our old Luke design. That's actually really sweet. I like the hood, too. You know what? It does look awesome. If he had a cape, it really would have looked fantastic. I think we would have nailed it, and it would have looked terrific. And then, of course, we have our little Pikachu droid. You see me rolling. And ready to hit Thunderbolt on Ash, because that always happens in the anime. Oh my goodness, he actually turned out awesome. I really love that yellow color. That is terrific. So, ladies and gents, let me know which character do you like best. Is it old Luke Skywalker, or maybe it is the awesome Pikachu BB-8? Let me know in the comment section below. Looking forward to hearing from all of you lovely, lovely folks on the next episode. Don't forget to leave a like if you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll catch you lovely folks next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.